Your culture does harm to ours. It actually kills us. You get it now?
Hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of The Dave Show. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, enough. Just calm down. Okay. All right. Hey, listen, we've got a great show planned for you today. I think you'll like it. So I don't know what we're waiting for. Let's jump on in. Let's do it. News and nuts. News and nuts. Hey, it's news and nuts. The news of the day is that President Biden has prostate cancer, but the bigger news is that this diagnosis is at a level 9 prostate cancer, which means that he's had it for years. And the doctors of the White House kept telling the American people, President Biden is totally good to go. There's nothing wrong with him. But that, we now know, is a lie. Check it out.
I see. So you're saying even in a medically neglected population, it would be surprising to have a surprise diagnosis with a Gleason score of 9. So you're saying that certainly as he was serving in the Oval Office, you believe that he knew that he had prostate cancer, and even potentially as he was running in 2020 before he assumed office?
Well, most likely he had prostate cancer for a long time, and aggressive prostate cancer such as this at age 80 grows over a long period of time. I mean, usually it takes from the first diagnosis of prostate cancer to spread would take 5 to 10 years, even in the most aggressive form. It's just, to me, it seems very surprising that the first diagnosis would be a metastatic diagnosis, especially Gleason 9 cancer, without having his PSA history. I mean, I would like him to get to release the PSA history right now to see what it was.
Masculine Based says, this wasn't politics, it was a scam on the nation. Jail time needs to happen. Totally agree with you. Case Sage says, that's very interesting. They've been lying to us the entire time he's been in office. Disgusting. Mike Lee says, is there anything about the Biden presidency that wasn't a cover-up operation? I don't think so. Great news for the big, beautiful bill. It just passed the budget phase and it's going to the House. Check it out.
Are there any members who have not voted or wish to change their vote? If not, the clerk will report.
Mr. Chair, on the vote, there were 21 ayes and 16 noes.
The ayes have it. The motion is agreed to. The committee will now vote to favorably report the One Big Beautiful Bill Act to the House.
President Trump just added another layer to his legendary status. He is now going to be referred to as the fertility president. Check it out.
We're going to have tremendous goodies in the bag for women, too. The women, between the fertilization and all of the other things that we're talking about, it's going to be great. We're joined today. Fertilization. I'm still very proud of it. I don't care. I'll be known as the fertilization president, and that's okay. That's not bad. That's not bad. I've been called much worse. Actually, I like it, right? I like it. Thank you.
This next clip is not news at all, but it is a gorgeous shot of President Trump returning to the White House. Check it out. All right, that's it for the news. Now on to the nuts. This first clip is actually not very nutty. It's just super cute. It's another baby Trump moment. One that was famous from his first run as presidency, but it's even better now. So these Trump baby videos are They're awesome. Check it out.
It's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Yeah, because you'd be in jail.
Secretary Clinton.
I'm not exactly sure how the guy in this next clip didn't know what was going on, but obviously he didn't have a clue. Or maybe he's a little drunk. I don't know. Check it out.
Dickhead. Dickhead.
Cut everybody electrical.
Dickhead. Yo.
Lower it. Lower it. Lower it.
Yo, he's a dickhead. Yo. He's a dickhead. 302 steppers. Oh.
I keep coming across these videos of Indian outdoor food vendors, and I'm sorry, no offense to anybody that's from India, but it is so disgusting. They're so I don't know how anybody can eat this stuff. Sorry to make you watch this, but check it out. This next clip is just something totally random. Like, I don't know. It's just kind of crazy. Check it out.
Me molesta la gente que piensa que porque yo vivo en un pueblo, entonces yo vivo en mero monte, que no hay desarrollo, que no hay... Ve, qué perro tan raro. Hola.
Oh, the guy in the next clip was so close to glory. And then it just slipped through his fingers. Check it out. All right, my friends, that's it for the news and nuts segment. But don't worry, we've got you. We've got a lot more liberal madness to get to. So sit back, relax, and buckle up. We're about to enter the Lib Zone.
I just fucking interviewed at Little Caesars.
Sounds like a bad attitude
And
already.
I was so anxious for that interview. Guess what that interview was? We walked outside onto the sidewalk.
Okay.
And she asked me for my name, my phone number, and what hours I could work.
Sounds like you're in.
And then when I said Monday through Friday, she said, what about weekends? I said, no, I can't do weekends. She said, we're really busy on weekends. And I was like, sorry, I can't do it. And she said, we're going to need flexibility. And I said, okay, I'm flexible. I can do weekends sometimes.
My gosh.
Then she said, now, if I schedule you, if you request days off weeks in advance and then I schedule you on that day, what are you going to do? I'm not fucking coming in. If I request days off and then you schedule me, I'm not coming in.
Man, I tell you, this generation has some of the worst work ethics I've ever seen. Why? Why on earth was she barefoot at her graduation? And I understand she's happy, she's celebrating, but man, take some pride in what you've just accomplished and act with some dignity. You know what I'm saying?
name's Ash Haldeman. I've been a barista at the Lincoln Highway Starbucks here for
Gosh.
a little over 3 years.
Not these stinking
We're out on strike
baristas
today
again.
because Starbucks is trying to implement a new dress code.
Oh,
No one
jeez.
ever asked for a new dress code. They updated a dress code recently and it made it looser where we could wear colors and patterns. And now they're deciding that we can only wear black. It's very restrictive. Most of us had to buy new clothes and
Oh, no.
we can't afford it. We barely make enough money to pay our bills.
These Gen Z baristas are just getting annoying. And come on, really? They don't have at least one black shirt? I don't think so.
Yeah, so he's a miniature Labrador.
Is it a guy, girl? What is it?
She's trans.
Oh,
What's her
gosh.
name?
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin! What's up? How old is she?
Poor Pumpkin.
17 and dog years, right?
17? That dog is near
I was
death.
about to say.
He's like 100.
You said her name was what?
It looks like it's near death.
Pumpkin. Say hi. Oh, he knows it. Pumpkin, what's up?
Somebody go save that dog. It looks like it's just wishing to die. Oh, gosh. Poor Pumpkin.
Yo, I guess I'm gonna need to be the one to explain to all of the 40-year-old people and above.
That's me.
40 plus.
Yeah.
Yo,
yeah.
you guys keep sending out these thumbs up emojis, and they look more like this to the Gen Z and millennials.
Really?
Yo, we depict the
for
thumbs
you.
up as
yeah.
It's
well,
rude.
Again, all I have to say to you is, good job.
I was like born and raised in Tucson, Arizona. My family's super f***ing Mexican. Very much like have like the best relationship with my family, but coming out to them and shit like that was not. I was very much like the golden child in the sense of like I always had good grades. Like I was always put on a pedestal.
That must have been a pretty hefty pedestal. Oh my gosh.
Why do you feel that way?
So sad.
These are all paid protesters. You can get $20 an hour if you wear a t-shirt.
You gotta speak up.
She just got recruited, right?
I refuse.
You said no.
No.
It wasn't worth the 20?
Good for you.
No, but like he told me that it's for a Diddy coin, so I'm not really sure what that is.
I don't think anybody knows what that is. And it's so sad and pathetic that they have to pay $20 an hour to do these fake protests. There's only like 6 people there or something.
Gonna go work the same job I did when I was 17. The only difference is it's been 4 years. I have a degree in economics. I speak 2 more languages. I have years more experience and I can't find a job.
Let's stop coloring your hair and take out the nose piercings and maybe you might get a job.
My booking number is 4, V as in Victor, G.
Dude is crying on his luggage.
Q as in quick,
sad.
X
It's pathetic.
as in X-ray,
20 minutes
Q
late,
as in quick.
We didn't make it.
Cruise that I was not able to get in the ship. And I need to find out what my...
They won't let us in because we were 25 minutes
I am
late.
Well, it sucks being an adult. But look, if I was taking a cruise and the ship was leaving at, let's say, 3 p.m., I would be at that gate at, I don't know, no less than 1 p.m. Because I'm not missing that boat. Ay.
Trump has taken office, all 3 of these things have happened to me in the small red rural county that I live in. The last 2 have happened in the past 10 days, both of them. About a week after he took office, I was at my local Food Lion. I was just looking cute, and a man just followed me around, calling me a dyke, yelling at me, "Dyke, dyke, dyke, what you doing, dyke?" And I, asked him to leave me alone. "What you gonna do about it, dyke?" So I just fucking left because I can't take on a man by myself. Next, I was recently at a sporting goods store for work. I go into places and ask about if they're hiring and to speak to the hiring manager. And a man approached me and asked me if he could buy me a gun. I said, no, I don't want a gun. He said, oh, please, let me buy you a gun, a pink gun. And he points to a gun, it's pink. And he's like, it's only $250. And I said, why don't you just give me $250 then? And then he yelled at me, called me a greedy whore so loudly that people turned around to look at me in the store as I walked away. And then he followed me to my car. Today, I'm having a meeting for work, and 30 minutes of this hour-long meeting was spent hearing how lesbians shouldn't get to serve in the military because of their mental illness. And if he can't serve because he's type 1 diabetic, then lesbians shouldn't get to serve because they're mentally ill. And I, so calmly and patiently, even though I'm physically shaking, I explained to him, I'm like, do you, like, type 1 diabetics, they can go into diabetic coma, that poses a risk. Lesbians, even if they're acting lesbian and fraternizing, are not posing a risk to anybody. Do you see how that's different? No, he refused to see how that was different. It was just 30 minutes of lesbian hate. And to top it all off, he tells me that he's once stabbed a mouse with a pocket knife to put it out of its misery in front of an audience at work. So that's what life's like for me. How about you guys? Also, all 3 of these men were confirmed MAGA. The two who approached me in public were in their, red cap. What are we calling those? I don't know. But I feel like there's a derogatory term I should be using, and I'm not sure what it is. Someone let me know in the comments. And the other one I just know is political views because he has shared them very loudly and openly. And also he hates Biden. And Taylor Swift is working for Biden, in case you didn't know also.
There's no way that happened to that lady or any of those other cases. That didn't happen. She is straight up gaslighting everybody.
More Americans died last night in Kentucky and Missouri by a tornado.
That's sad.
Than there are trans college athletes in the United States.
What's your point?
Please redirect all of your energy towards the things that matter.
And what was your point? Look, if there's just one guy pretending to be a girl playing sports, that's too many. Sorry to break it to you.
The old gay rant of the afternoon, early evening. I just got off of an hour-long phone call with my brother who still lives in Florida. I consider myself politically in the middle, and he's a lot more to the right. I mean, he lives in Florida. And we were talking about our family members and how some of them have unfriended him on social media. And then it got me to thinking about a TikTok that Ant had made earlier this morning. Y'all know Ant. We all love Ant. Of a person a lot further to the left than I am, crying after watching the news. Does anyone else wonder, are we watching the same news? I did not vote for the man. As you know, I have voted for myself, but I have not seen one fucking thing on the news that have made me want to cry. Just the Gen X coming out in me. Because my parents raised me with the whole, you want to cry, I'm going to give you something to cry about.
Yes.
I mean, what news station are these people watching that makes them sob? And if it's making you that sad, why the hell do you keep watching? Because half the time it's fucking wrong. Most of them are crying over a soundbite that was taken out of context. And even though I did not vote for the man, I can't believe I'm going to spend the next 4 years having to defend him. So serious question, what the news station are you people watching?
CNN.
Even CNN hasn't reported anything that makes me want to cry. Slap a bitch, yes. Cry, no. I have turned into that grumpy old Italian man. Oh, my father would be proud, God rest his soul. That's all.
Well, I think this guy is finally waking up to the fact that the left are mentally ill and they're plugged into the hive mind. That is why they cry when they watch the news. And plus, Rachel Maddow is just, she's scary.
If you defend the IDF, Israel, ICE, or landlords,
what?
You're an asshole. And I hate your guts. I won't speak for everybody else, but I'd take a pretty good bet. I'd put good money on
50 cents.
Everyone in your immediate life who knows you hating you. Like outside of maybe your immediate family who may have weird obligations that entrap them in your presence. Everybody, I'd put good money on everybody hating your guts. Hating your fucking insufferable guts.
Wow.
From balls to bones, they hate your fucking guts just as much as I do. And you're going to die in hospice care. Alone, miserable, and probably suffering from dementia. Eat shit.
So much love, so much tolerance. These fools just kill me.
All right. All right, listen. Okay, would you stop this? Listen, would you stop it? Listen. Stop.
Take her.
Sit back. Stop right there. Stop. Guys, you gotta step back. You gotta step back. Don't fucking touch me. Stop. Guys, stop. Guys, you gotta step away from me. Nothing's gonna change. Keep moving. You're gonna get
I think things need to ramp up with ICE. It looks like they're going to need to have a core unit of ICE agents to arrest the illegals that they're intending to, but I think they need to now have peripheral agents, police officers, whomever, that are there dedicated to arrest these people that are interfering with a federal, project here. Anybody that touches an ICE agent, they need to be arrested immediately. Immediately. This level of interference is just going to ramp up until it becomes instances of pure violence, which is totally unnecessary. Start locking these people up, start perp walking them, putting them in cuffs immediately, putting them through the process, and getting them in jail for at least a night or two. At the very least, let them suffer the consequences. But this lady, she needs to be kicked out of the city council immediately. She is a disgrace. And she was actually here illegally for many years. So we're told. But Lynch says, lock up every person who so much as touches an ICE agent. And I totally, fully, 100% agree with that. This is ridiculous what is going on. Breasts over balls says she, the councilwoman, and I don't even know her name, came here in 1997 at 17, but didn't become a citizen until 2011. Interesting. Now she's a citizen now, so I mean, I guess, if that's the case, cool, but she shouldn't be interfering. She shouldn't be whipping up a little mob there at the arrest site. Whatever you want to call it, she is a disgrace and she needs to be kicked out of city council and never be able to hold office again. Sorry.
I tried to tell my son a story about my dad that came in and mooned my boyfriend when we were in high school.
What the hell did you just say?
He just straight up pulled on his pants and was like, hey, look at this bruise. To a guy I was actively dating. My son goes, what do you mean moon? What's mooning?
What?
Before I said he pulled down his pants. These kids don't know what the mooning is? I go, what do you call it?
What?
Because we don't talk about that. What do you mean? I was like, you don't know what mooning, like your hiney, your butt, you're like showing it to everybody. You don't know what mooning is? He's like, no.
It's pretty common when I was growing up.
They don't know shit. These kids don't know shit. My dad literally came in the living room with me and my little boyfriend at the time, sitting on the couch, and was like, hey, I gotta show you something. Look at this giant bruise.
These people are sick.
And
that's kind of weird.
My boyfriend. Mooning is a lost art, okay? My dad knew what the fuck he was doing. He thought it was fucking funny.
It is pretty shocking that Gen Z doesn't know what mooning is. I mean, that was not that I did it per se when I was growing up, but it was definitely a thing. And the fact that her father mooned her, showed his butt to his daughter, that's kind of weird. That's a little cringe.
Here's an idea.
Okay.
Why don't we start requiring real IDs, birth certificates, passports, etc.
What?
Buy a gun. Seems like that would solve a lot more of our issues.
Obviously this guy's never bought a gun before. Because, newsflash, you do need an ID and you get a background check when you purchase a firearm, okay? Obviously, he's never done it. Happiness says, P.S. Criminals buy guns off the street corner. Their ID check is called cash. That's very true. And Moose's Felix says, and make gun crime illegal. That guy has no clue what's going on. Jeez Louise.
If you're white and wondering why black people would be okay with being separate but equal, if both sides were really equal, it's simple.
Both sides are equal.
Our culture enhances and brings joy to your life. Your culture does harm to ours. It actually kills us.
What?
You get it now?
No, I don't get it, because what you said is nonsense. Look, as a whole, the black community is not like a horrible, detriment to society or whatever, but it's that subculture of the black community that definitely is a cancer, and something needs to be done to try to heal and change that community, because that is the blight on America for sure.
The country is broken, and it cannot be reconciled anymore. It's too late. It cannot be put back together. It is too late.
Okay, it's too late.
Republicans, those who continue to vote and support the current president, cannot ever be reconciled with those on the progressive left or left of center who just want to move forward.
No.
We can never together find consensus. It's simply impossible. We are past that.
Yeah,
it cannot be fixed. It's broken.
You already said that.
It's just broken.
You already said
The
that.
only way forward.
Yes.
There's no other alternative. The only way forward is for blue states to separate themselves from red states. We form our own country and we leave them to form their own country.
Yeah, good luck with
their
that.
constitution the way they want it. They want to ban abortion? Do it. They want to have gun everywhere? Do it. We don't. These are fundamental problems that can never be reconciled, ever. They form their own country, they go away. Goodbye, have a wonderful life. I hope it works for you. And then we do the same. And we stop apportioning 2 senators per empty state. That doesn't make any sense. We move forward in a logical, common sense way. That's the only way that this continent can survive. It's over. The idea of this country is over.
You went full retard, man. Never go full retard.
Yeah, that guy totally went full retard. Look, if the blue states and the red states separate, actually somebody mentioned that the Dems, the left, they don't actually control the state. They have blue cities. Okay, that is what is really happening. But the point is if the blue people and the red people separated out and formed their own countries, that blue country would be dead within a decade, guaranteed. They would have no way to sustain themselves. They would have no way to feed themselves. They'd have no way to bring energy to themselves. They would start eating and cannibalizing themselves in less than a decade for sure. They would never be able to get anything done because everyone's talking about pronouns and blah, 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 and trans rights and blah, blah, blah. And plus, they would be killing half their population at least because they would, abortions and all that stuff. So this guy is absolutely stupid and he went full-blown retarded. SK says, their utopia country already exists. It's called Canada. They should all move. Bye-bye. Yeah, it is. Well, I mean, at least parts of Canada. Go to Quebec, Montreal, Toronto. Man, you guys, that is your utopia right there. Mark F says, liberals can't run a city, much less a state. Go for it. Oh, boy. It's time for Dave's Detox. Fell asleep.
Walking here.
Oh,
what's
boy.
That, eh? Who did that?
Aw. He knows he's busted. Aww.
Who did that?
Oh, poor guy. Wow, that puppy is asleep. Jeez.
Who did this? Who did this?
Dogs are great. Yoink.
What did you do? What?
Aw, you gotta love
did
dogs.
you do?
Aw, poor guy. Just use your claws. Oh, that is one tired dog.
But we're just gonna test out and make sure. Who did this? Cool.
See ya. Oh. Yep. Our cat never eats human food. What's going on with that puppy? Oh, sneaky cat. Sneaky cat. What? Oh, jeez. Oh, no. I wonder who the guilty one is.
Okay. Who's flip-flop? Who's trying to live with my flip-flop? Joey?
Oh, poor guy. He's like, don't look at me. Well, my friends, that wraps up another episode of The Dave Show. I really do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, subscribe, slap that bell around, share, tell your friends about Idle Hands. And until the next episode, stay safe, know that you are loved and appreciated. And of course, until we meet again, have a great day.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear.